country where 1 in 5 people are affected by a mental illness, it's time for all of us to step up and change the conversation. When the discussion on mental illness focuses on fear instead of hope, people struggling with these conditions get caught up in the judgment and shame attached to them. They become lost in all the talk and harmful words, and they may not get the support they need. But we can help by directing our loved ones to places like NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, for life-saving resources.
Hello, welcome to the 9th Annual Benefit for the Brain presented by NAMI, Montgomery County, PA. It's great to have you join us. I'm Neen Davis, co-chair and board member. I have had the honor of welcoming you to each of our Benefit for the Brain events over the past 8 years. As you might imagine, this year's welcome is going to be a little different. This year, due to COVID restrictions, we are a virtual event. As much as we'd like to welcome each of you with a hug or a handshake, be assured that hugs and handshakes are being sent virtually. We'd like to thank our sponsors and those who placed ads for their support. A very special thank you to the PATH family for their generous support as a star sponsor. With the help from our sponsors, we are able to continue to offer programs at no cost to those we serve. We have an exciting evening planned for you. Tonight, we will be presenting 2 awards. These awards are significant in that they recognize and highlight the outstanding work being done in both scientific research and the impact of the work being carried out in our community. Dr. Cherian Verghese is receiving the Scientific Research Award. Michelle Monzo and Victor Machis will be accepting the Impact Award on behalf of the Crisis Intervention School. Later in the program, You will be given the opportunity to chat with the awardees. You will also learn how NAMI Montgomery County, PA is impacting our community and those we serve. This evening, we're offering you an exciting raffle to partake in. The raffle prize is an amazing array of fabulous gift cards and lottery tickets. Raffle ticket prices are 1 for $10 and 3 for $25. Raffle tickets may still be purchased during the event. So now we are pleased to share with you personal stories from community members so you can hear how we have touched their lives. Once again, thank you for joining us, and a very big thank you for supporting NAMI Montgomery County, PA. Enjoy the evening.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen Martirana, Miss Liberty Bell. My mental health journey began as a junior in high school when I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I survived 3 suicide attempts my senior year of high school and 2 more in college, leading me to be 5 years clean today. I became a mental health advocate to end the stigma that surrounds mental health conditions. I've personally internalized various stigmas over the years that have hindered my recovery journey. One of the biggest ways that I cure stigma is by sharing my story with others so that they know that they're not alone and that it's okay to not be okay. One of the organizations I have had the opportunity to work with is NAMI. I have been able to become a NAMI Ending the Silence presenter as well as a support group co-facilitator. NAMI offers various resources to their community members, including the Ending the Silence programs and various support groups that support their community members in whatever challenges they're going through. I'm proud to become a part of NAMI and all the fabulous work that they're doing to cure stigma in their communities.
Hi, my name is Trisha Malott, and I support NAMI for a bunch of different reasons. But the biggest reason is NAMI helps you feel that you are not alone. NAMI builds a sense of community, a sense of hope, a sense of partnership, and NAMI helps us all see the light, especially if you're struggling with an emotional struggle. You can tend to feel isolated, alone. I'm the only one feeling, thinking, and experiencing this. With NAMI, NAMI brings people together in a way that's hopeful and loving and they build connectedness, and that's why I love NAMI, and I hope you will too. We are only a phone call away, and if you keep watching The Benefit for the Brain, you'll get all kinds of information on how you can access NAMI.
Hi, I'm Neen Davis, a proud member of NAMI Montgomery County, PA, and have the privilege of being seated on its board of directors. I am also the mother of a son who has lived with a serious mental illness for the past 17 years. I believe the impact NAMI Montgomery County, PA has on those whose lives they touch is that just when you feel you are alone, NAMI Monco is there to remind you that you are not alone. Having taught our evidence-based family-to-family course and helped facilitate our signature family support group, I can speak not only from experience, but from the heart. I have personally seen the incredibly positive impact these programs have had on those who participate in them. By offering this variety of programming, we can help families better understand their loved one's illness while reminding them they are not alone.
I support NAMI as a support group leader and a family-to-family facilitator. Every week, NAMI Montgomery County provides a forum for friends and families of a loved one with a mental illness to seek help, get information, and share their concerns. Just talking about it seems to make it better. Now more than ever, we need a little NAMI in our life.
Hi, my name is Ayanna Walker. I'm the Vice President of the Board for NAMI here in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. How does NAMI impact families? NAMI offers hope, help, and advocacy. There are a lot of families out here who have a difficult time navigating the mental health system, a difficult time navigating their family's mental illness and their own mental illness. The other day I spoke to a mom who said that she doesn't know what she would have done had it not been for NAMI during her son's first year of his mental illness. She went on to say that she is now a proud member of NAMI. She talked about family to family. She talked about the support that she got in all of the meetings that she attended in the NAMI community.
Hello, I'm Dr. Val Arkush, Chair of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners. NAMI impacts Montgomery County in countless ways, but I will highlight 3. Through education, NAMI empowers individuals and families in their recovery and reduces stigma in our community. By offering support and resources, NAMI ensures that no one faces the challenges of mental illness alone. NAMI teaches individuals about the importance of advocacy to effect lasting change. No one knows your story better than you, and is key to the idea of nothing about us without us. And finally, congratulations to the Montgomery County Emergency Services Crisis Intervention Specialist School for being chosen as NAMI Montgomery County, Pennsylvania's Impact Award recipient for the 9th annual Benefit for the Brain.
Don't you just love hearing about how NAMI impacts lives? My name is Abby Grasso, and I have the greatest honor in the world to lead this wonderful NAMI Montgomery County, PA affiliate. Every year at Benefit for the Brain, I get to talk about the NAMI impact. I've shared with you about strangers on the street telling me how NAMI changed their life. I've shared with you about a very long ago boyfriend and my hope that his family found NAMI. Tonight you heard stories firsthand of why people get involved with NAMI. You've heard what inspires them about NAMI. You've talked and seen the goodness of NAMI. NAMI Montgomery County, PA works diligently to provide support, education, and advocacy to anyone impacted by a mental health condition so that they can live their best life. We know that 1 in 5 people live with a mental health condition, but more importantly, 5 in 5, every one of us is impacted by mental health. This 2020 year has provided and proved to be a little tricky. It's challenging us and it's testing us like no other time that many can remember. 2020 and this pandemic that we're living in is testing us to be resilient and make wellness a priority for ourselves. It's testing us to understand those that are different than us. And it's testing us to build better communities through advocacy and through social change. This is the time that we get to come together to make a difference. And although things look a little bit different at NAMI Montgomery County, PA, our diligence and our mission-driven work and our dedication to helping people live full lives has not changed. It's amazing to me when I get to talk with people and I get to learn about their journey. Maybe they found NAMI through Google search. Maybe they found NAMI through a friend. But in people coming together and NAMI being the support for them, they get to feel an understanding and they get to be part of an experience that's just special. NAMI provides a space for people to come to when they're feeling lost and alone and very shameful and stigmatized. And NAMI provides the experience for people to grow, to find hope through help and connection. So tonight we are so thankful that you joined us for this amazing awards ceremony. As Neen said, we wish we could be in person with you. We wish that we could be greeting you and feeling the energy that you each bring to this event. But tonight we look forward to the impact that we NAMI Montgomery County will make in our communities in the future days as we become resilient, more understanding, and a better, stronger place. Friends, please be well. Thank you for your support. Stay safe.
It is my honor to be recognizing Dr. Cherian Verghese as this year's Scientific Research Award recipient. Dr. Verghese is a physician investigator who has dedicated his career to developing new medications to treat neuropsychiatric disorders. He is deeply involved in the science behind clinical methodology and execution to help make drug development more efficient and focused on the needs of patients and doctors who would use these medications. After receiving his medical degree in Bombay, India, he completed training in psychiatry and neurology and received board certification in India, the UK, and the United States. Initially, Dr. Verghese was primarily a clinician who performed clinical trials on the side while helping to bring new medications to the field of psychiatry. He has worked on almost all of the newly approved antipsychotics and many of the current antidepressants. He is especially proud of leading a team to be the lead investigative site for Ingrezza, the first ever approved treatment for tardive dyskinesia. Earlier in his career, he served as inpatient director and associate chair of psychiatry at the Albert Einstein Medical Center in Philadelphia. While working as the inpatient director at Einstein, he had the realization that while he treated a patient clinically, he had an effect on one person. However, if he could help bring a new medicine to the field, the effect is multiplied many times over. He, along with his brother, Tom Verghese, founded Keystone Clinical Studies located in Norristown, Pennsylvania in 2003. Keystone is an independent clinical trial site where Dr. Verghese has been the principal investigator on 114 clinical trials to date. Currently, Keystone is focusing on diagnostic testing and treatments for Alzheimer's disease. His passion to positively impact as many people's lives as possible, as well as his curiosity about the brain and nature, is what drives him in his research efforts. I am certain you will find Dr. Verghese's comments both fascinating and enlightening. And now, here is Dr. Verghese.
Hello, everybody at the Annual Benefit for the Brain from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. This is Cherian Verghese, your awardee for the Scientific Research Award. And it is indeed a pleasure and a privilege to be awarded this 2020 NAMI Montco Scientific Research Award. This came completely out of the blue, which makes it that much more sweeter. My first caveat would be that any accomplishments I may have in this area are certainly not the result of my own individual efforts. On a larger global level, there's a tremendous outpouring of research in the field of neuroscience, and data and potential medicines are growing in number every day. For a physician investigator or clinical scientist, which is what I call myself, it's like being a kid in a candy store. On a day-to-day local level, none of what I have done so far would be possible without my team here at Keystone Clinical Studies. Over the last 17 years, I have been privileged to work with a number of really exceptional people. More so in the last year or so, where we've developed a very synergistic, well-trained and motivated group, and we are poised to do a lot of good things. My personal association with NAMI goes back almost 30 years when I was a research fellow at the Medical College of Pennsylvania. I had 2 NAMI research awards, the NARSAD awards, one of which was in polydipsia hyponatremia, or what people call compulsive water drinking. That work helped to outline the biological basis of this disorder. I was also involved in the pivotal studies for clozapine and most of the atypical neuroleptics that are out there. And this was all related to that early NARSAD award that I got. Looking back, I realized that I took up psychiatry straight out of medical school nearly 40 years ago because I was just fascinated by the human brain. When you think about this 3 pounds of gray stuff in our brains, in our skulls, superlatives fail. There's over 100,000 miles of high speed, high fidelity wiring in our brains and more connections between our brain cells than there are possible stars in the universe. And receiving this award is a poignant reminder for me why I took up this field so many years ago. In the early 80s, when I took up psychiatry, there was probably not much reason to do so because the options were not very good, both for clinicians and for patients or consumers. We had just the typical neuroleptics and a couple of antidepressants, most of which were hard to take and didn't work too well. ECT was seen as a resort for both schizophrenia and depression if the medicines we had didn't work. A significant number of people with chronic mental illness lived in state facilities, and the chances for recovery and autonomy were not very good. Many people with depression and their families suffered from intractable symptoms, which had a transgenerational effect on their children and sometimes even their grandchildren. The new medicines that we've had developed over the last 20 years or so have had a tremendous effect on helping to fix brain pathology, which then makes it possible to do the mind work, the psychosocial, the behavioral interventions that help to synergize with the improvements in brain function. And yet it would be too early to say mission accomplished or to think that we can rest on our laurels. The cup is more than half empty. There's much work that we have to do. If you look at the field of schizophrenia, we still need better and more effective medicines, things that can be taken early in the illness that are easier to take, that prevent the downward trajectory in schizophrenia. Cognitive impairment associated with schizophrenia, or CIAS, is responsible for much of the so-called negative symptoms and the difficulty in functional outcomes that you see in schizophrenia. In the field of drug development, we have had many candidate molecules that have not succeeded. And I know that there are many attempts and approaches to try and bridge this gap. Where you come to major depression, 2/3 of people with major depression do not achieve remission, i.e., the symptoms don't come down to zero. They're better than what they were, but they're still dealing with active symptoms, which makes it hard to live a completely full life. At Keystone, as in the field of neuroscience, we are working on some very novel agents that work through entirely different brain mechanisms than the current group of antidepressants that are out there. And we hope and expect that these will make a significant effect on people's lives. We are also deeply involved in work with Alzheimer's disease. In the last 10 years, our field has made more progress than in the 105 years before that in the field of Alzheimer's disease. Yet the statistics are staggering. Over 5.2 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's disease today. And there is a new case every 65 seconds. It's hard to wrap your mind around these symptoms, these kinds of figures. Yet if you go further from the manifest illnesses, it is now well known that 1 out of 3 people above 60 carry the toxic amyloid protein in their brains. That is the stuff that plaques are made of. 1 out of 3 people above 60. This protein remains dormant for 15 to 20 years before you see the outward symptoms first, which is just short-term memory problems. In the meantime, there can be widespread brain damage, which is frequently irreversible. So the way things stand, at present, we don't have a good means of diagnosing this illness in time or intervening to prevent the damage. Yet, don't get discouraged. There is hope. There are medicines that are in phase 3 clinical trials that we at Keystone are working with that have been shown to clear out the amyloid and also slow the downward deterioration in this illness. We are very proud to have been awarded a National Institute of Health study, which looks at the early asymptomatic phase, the 0 to 20 years time when the amyloid is accumulating in the brain silently. So this study will look at diagnosing people who have not yet manifested symptoms and treating them to see if we can prevent the progression of the illness. Wow, what a win that would be if we could do that. So coming back to today, I accept this award with gratitude and again feel that this is a recognition of the tremendous progress that has been made in the field and the contributions of my team here at Keystone. Thank you all, and I hope that we can meet one day face-to-face in a time that is post-COVID. Stay well, and let's all hope that we can come out of this relatively unscathed. Thanks once again.
Montgomery County Emergency Services developed, implemented, and has been the home of the Crisis Intervention Specialist School in Montgomery County, training our law enforcement and first responders since 1976. Since its inception, the school and trainers have not only taught practical skills and intervention, but perhaps more importantly, they have built trust, connection, and understanding between our criminal justice and mental health systems. The school's curriculum emphasizes empathy, compassion, and community collaboration. Officers and other attendees are taught to recognize the signs of a person in crisis, how to interact within that crisis in a way that not only complements their own public safety training and mission, but also allows them to feel empowered with the knowledge of available resources to prioritize treatment over arrest. On average, the school provides training to 1,400 officers annually, and trainings are offered to Montgomery County law enforcement, as well as surrounding law enforcement officers, members of specialized negotiating teams, probation, our sheriff's departments, corrections, park rangers, Amtrak, SEPTA Police, the FBI, and Homeland Security. The school offers various types of trainings that allow attendees to prepare themselves to best support a person in crisis. Classes include a 3-day basic introduction course, an advanced course, courses in self-care and stress management for officers, as well as custom trainings designed by request. Classes occur at the newly updated CIS training suite located at Montgomery County Emergency Services, or trainers are able to go to local departments to deliver classes, speak at roll calls, and offer face-to-face collaboration and consultation. The CIS school incorporates state-of-the-art technology through a virtual reality experience and is keeping the class fresh and ahead of the times. An analysis of the CIS attendance records, as well as data reports from the Montgomery County Mobile Crisis Team, reveal that departments who send officers through the CIS training curriculum are more likely to utilize the specialty crisis services available to them. Those crisis services have high rates of diversion from jail and even inpatient hospital settings, making the connection that CIS fortifies between law enforcement and mental health workers absolutely invaluable. Montgomery County Emergency Services CIS School functions as a hub for connection, training, and resources for our local law enforcement. The school utilizes guest speakers to not only deliver specialized information, but to create connections between law enforcement and their essential partners. While the CIS school has been recognized by many organizations, including Amtrak, the Philadelphia Police Department, Montgomery County Regional SWAT teams, and others for the impact the class has had on officers to manage difficult situations in the very safest of ways, it is the messages shared between officers within departments and from public safety leadership that reflects on how the Crisis Intervention Specialist School is a program of immense value that has shaped skills and interactions when called on a scene with a person in crisis. Montgomery County Emergency Services Crisis Intervention Specialist School has proven time and time again that individuals trained through the school can divert individuals experiencing a mental health crisis from entry into the juvenile justice system and towards the help and hope of recovery. Friends, it is with both honor and excitement that I present the 2020 Benefit for the Brain Impact Award to the Crisis Intervention Specialist School.
We would like to take the opportunity to thank the people who helped make this class happen. We have had much support over the years. It would be impossible to list everyone who is deserving for a personal thank you. But please know, you have all our deepest gratitude.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Montgomery County Emergency Service and all the overall staff that have assisted us in making this program what it is today. Down from our CEO, Bill Myers, to our environmental staff, that if without everyone, we would not be able to function on our day-to-day do our day-to-day function. Let's not forget Donald Klein, who actually started the original CIS program. And if it wouldn't be for Tony Salvador getting a grant for us to be able to take it on as a full-time position, we would not be able to do as many classes as what we're doing today. Then we have to move on to Montgomery County Office of Mental Health, who took over the funding of the class. So we are truly appreciative of their support. Pam Howard and Anna Trout have done so much for us, and I have to honestly say I think Anna Trout is probably one of our biggest cheerleaders. So we would be lost without our assistance and our liaison with our county mental health.
There are many services that work in conjunction within the county to help with getting people the appropriate help they need, with keeping diversion from the criminal justice system in the forefront. We feel honored and privileged to work alongside Access Services, the Montgomery County District Attorney and Public Defender's Office with the help of Kara and Greg, Montgomery County SISM Team, the Steppin' Up Initiative, and the Southeastern Regional Mental Health Services. These services help to provide not only for the residents, but also our first responders alike. We would also like to thank all of our local police departments who continue to support our class by sending officers here. Your faith in the class shows overwhelmingly, and without your continued support, we would be unable to teach and help officers learn the cornerstones of the class, ensuring the safety of all involved.
And you can't talk about the Crisis Intervention Specialist School without mentioning NAMI. NAMI has been such a huge part of our class from the very beginning. In 2004, we were the very first law enforcement class to add in our own voice program. And what a difference they make with our program. We bring in guest speakers, and I have to mention them by name. I know I probably should stay away from names, but Mike is our original speaker. Then we have Jason, Rob, Jeannie, Dawn. We have James Keene, who is one of our peer support speakers, and how powerful their stories of what they share with the officers and what a difference it makes with the officers to take their personal stories and recognize that our individuals that are suffering from a mental health disorder are truly just human beings. Also would like to thank our speakers for our advanced class. Most of them are speakers from our Beneath the Best series, which would be Rob, Ron, Joe, Craig, and CJ. We also have Alex Mann that comes in to share his direct experience with autism. And we also want to thank the forensic unit and Dr. Now, who have become a huge part of our advanced class and assisting in helping the officers identify individuals that have ended up in the criminal justice system. The dedication that Vic and I have to the CIS school very often takes a lot of time out of our personal lives. So we would really like to thank our families for not only putting up with us when our time is taken away from them, but how much support that they give us. So shout out to my two daughters, Ashley and Megan, and of course my beautiful granddaughter, Ava.
My wife, Audra, my daughter, Addie, Nate, thank you.
We appreciate all your support.
Thank you for acknowledging the Crisis Intervention Specialist class. We hope that we can continue to make an impact on our community, which has been a personal highlight in both of our careers.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Donna McNellis, and I have the pleasure of serving as president of the Board of Directors of NAMI Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Greetings from my home office here in Lansdale, and I want to welcome you to our 9th annual Benefit for the Brain. All of the 8 prior events have been held in person, And I think along with many of you, we're hoping that this is our only virtual event. But the reality of life is that we're doing what we need to do to stay safe and to continue the mission of NAMI. When I think about NAMI, I think about hope. And now more than ever, I believe we're at a crossroads in our country with President-elect Biden that we have hope that we're going to manage this, the pandemic. He's appointed scientists to lead the country in managing the discovery of vaccine. And we certainly have a very willing ear to listen to mental health, to listen to wellness, and to pay attention to fundamental issues that affect individuals with mental illness, families, and society as a whole. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Thank you for joining us, and consider NAMI, because we're here for you to give hope, to give support, and to really celebrate humankind. Good night.